What's up, guys? Welcome to last week in the NFL, Week 8. It is our Week 8 recap. We are officially halfway through the season. I mean, I gotta say it every week, but I can't believe we're already here.
I know. Season's been going by pretty quick.
Season's going by really quick. For our picks, of course, halfway through the year, we have the exact same record. Because,
of course we do.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have 4 or 5 games different a week, but it all evens out, I guess. So We're both 76, 44, and 1. And I think we both actually had our best weeks of the year, though.
Yeah.
As I went 14 and 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Pretty
then
nice.
I went 12 and 3.
Yeah, so we both had really, really good weeks this week. I mean, as I said, I did a little better to get it back to exactly 500. So Here we are. We'll see who finishes with the better record the second half of the year. But, I mean, with the games that we had different, the Seahawks got it done for me, as did the Chargers and Lions. And then the Packers beat the Chiefs for you. So I went 3-1 this week. I really thought I was going to lose that Bears game. I mean,
I know. Bears just found a way to choke it, though.
yeah, the whole kneeling thing with like 50 seconds left, like, yikes, Matt Nagy.
Dude, questionable play calling.
That is a questionable choice, right? And he's been owning it too. Like after, like he's been saying, "I'd do it again" and all that. It's like,
I don't know about all that one.
maybe if your kicker is Justin Tucker, I do that.
Yeah.
But not if it's what's his name, Pinheiro, who already missed a field goal in that game. I mean,
right.
It seems like you would want to get as close as possible, and I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
But the other two games were, I mean, Giants-Lions, you actually went, so that was fun, I'm sure.
It was a little depressing, but
Had to go up to Detroit, so. And then Seahawks-Falcons, that game just made me mad because I bet Falcons -7, Seahawks -7, and they let them push. So that was fun. They were up 24-0. Awesome. Thank you, Seattle. But other than that, my game that went as expected, it was one of my games of the week last week. It was Eagles 31, Bills 13. I mean, this is a game the Eagles needed to have. It was a game that I've been waiting to see from the Eagles, where they didn't destroy the Bills. The score makes it look worse than it was. Like, the Eagles scored the last 14 points of the game, so it was a pretty close game the whole way. But, it was kind of the case of the Eagles were in almost desperation mode, 3-4. They'd coming off the loss to the Cowboys. If they lose this game, they drop to 3-5. Pretty hard to come back from 3-5. On the other hand, the Bills, they're sitting at 5-1. Eagles are a good team. It's at home. They probably didn't come into this game on their A game. They and they lost this game 5-2. I'm not as sold on the Bills as I was earlier. They haven't looked. I mean, the game against the Dolphins last week, and now this game.
Yeah, I wasn't really sold on them from the jump to begin with, but I mean, Eagles definitely needed that win though.
Yeah. The Eagles ran the ball 40 times for 218.
Yeah,
on them. That's. I mean,
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. I would not have expected the Bills defense to give up that, as they ran for more yards than they passed.
Yeah.
I mean, Carson Wentz threw for 172.
Yeah.
So, big win for the Eagles. Got back on track. I picked them to be in the Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure. So, I would like if they got back on track.
Moving on to my game that went as expected. The London game, Rams 24, Bengals 10. I mean, honestly, for this one, I was kind of curious to see if the flight from LA to London would have a big effect on them at all, performance-wise. But honestly, it didn't. Jared Goff had 372 passing. Cooper Kupp had a career day, 7 receptions for 220 and a touchdown. Honestly, it was kind of close throughout the first half. I think it was around 10-10 around halftime. And then the Rams were just able to get stops on defense and just able to close out that game.
Yeah, and the Bengals are obviously pretty bad. I expected the Rams to win this game.
Same. I mean, it's a good win for them just because of how competitive their division is right now.
And now they're people are kind of down the Rams. They got 2 wins in a row. It was against Atlanta and the Bengals, so it's not like those teams have a combined one win.
Impressive,
those teams have a combined 1 win.
Yeah.
So, but you need those wins to kind of get you going again. To we can do this.
Yep.
But this game was also bettor's nightmare. -12 was the spread. I took it 30 seconds left. The game's over. Bengals have first and goal at the 5, and they threw a touchdown on 3rd and goal, and they called it a touchdown. But then they went back and reversed it, so it wasn't a touchdown. So I ended up winning, and it was a roller coaster, but I ended up winning. So not complaining too much, but. those backdoor covers, they get you.
Oh yeah.
It didn't happen in this game, but
you.
you got to be scared of those.
Oh,
the Giants backdoor covered the Lions on me too.
Yep.
That was tough.
Daniel Jones stat padding a little bit.
Yeah, gotta get the stats up. But my game that did not go as expected, I didn't really have much of a choice this week. Only missed one game. Packers 31, Chiefs 24. And also, I'm kind of salty. Mahomes is playing. I might have gone 15-0.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
Because obviously the Chiefs were without Mahomes, Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Kendall Fuller, or Kyle Fuller?
I think
Kendall.
Yeah,
Kendall Fuller. And then some O-linemen. So they were depleted, and they still hung around with the Packers the whole game. Matt Moore played pretty good. He showed for the second straight week. He's gonna be able to keep him afloat till Mahomes comes back.
He's a solid backup.
Yeah, and the way they played with all those guys gone just makes me more confident that when they're back, the Chiefs are going to still be they're still going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yep, they just got to get healthy.
And another fun betting loss I had it's the third time I mentioned this, but I took Packers -3 for the first half. It was 14-0 at the end of the first. I went and did something for an hour and a half. I came back. It was halftime. They were losing by 3. 17 straight unanswered by the Chiefs. I was like, oh my. So that was not fun.
Yeah.
But as you'll see later in the betting results, it ended up working out for me.
Yeah.
But still, the two errands led them to victory. The Packers were really good. I'm surprised the Chiefs hung around, but the Packers were really good.
Moving on to my game, it didn't go as expected. This is a game I actually got right, but just because of just how wide the score was, I just had to pick it. 49ers 51, Panthers 13. I was kind of expecting a lot more out of the Panthers. Kyle Allen had been looking good going into this game. And I think, honestly, what this did is just it validated more to me that the 49ers are for real. Because I'm really big on the Panthers front seven, and they just absolutely torched them. Is another, the running backs are just so good. They ran for more yards than Jimmy Garoppolo threw for. I think he had 175. And then the running backs ran for 250 total or something like that. Jeez. So it's just 3 turnovers. Nick Bosa had 2-3 sacks and an interception. Yeah, so that defense is just suffocating.
And I mean, this is the 49ers last week won 9-0.
Yeah.
And this week they dropped 50.
Yeah.
So I mean, that shows how awful those conditions were in Washington. But also, yeah, they are. The 49ers look really good. They use all 3 of those backs. They use Breida, Mostert, and Coleman. And,
I think all 3 of them might have scored.
Yeah, and Coleman was the star in this game. I think he had 3 TDs. But yeah, the 49ers are. Every week they look a little scarier, which is weird. You know, when the Steelers played them week 2, I was like, oh, this is a pretty good team. They're 2-0, but I didn't we turned them over 5 times and stuff. But now it's every week it's almost like Kyle Shanahan's figuring it out more and more. He's oh wow, I got something here.
Yeah.
So yeah, big ups for the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
And then Panthers, Kyle Allen. Maybe we were a little too quick or not me, but maybe people were a little too quick on the trade Cam Newton bandwagon.
I don't know. I mean, it's the 49ers defense. We'll have to see how he does next week and how he rebounds. He hadn't lost. He hadn't thrown an interception up to this point either, so I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe it was due to happen, but.
Someone jinxed him. He was 20 throws away from most passes in a career, to start out without throwing a pick.
Really?
And they threw 3.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not too quick to. Because I liked him, so I'm not quick to jump off him just yet. But we'll have to see how he rebounds next week.
Yeah, we will. But for our betting results, I went 1-1 again, second straight week, 7-9 overall record. We're halfway through. I mean, that's not. I'd obviously like to be better than that, but it's not. I started out pretty bad. This week, the Texans -7, not able to do it for me. I mean, Deshaun Watson, the Texans ended up winning, but just kind of the whole game, it didn't really feel like they'd covered. The whole game, it was kind of just they were always kind of behind a score or I don't know. The Texans just kind of came out flat, but Deshaun Watson played amazing, ended up clutch touchdown, getting the dub, got poked in the eye as he threw it. Mm-hmm. So good for them, but they didn't cover, so whatever.
Yeah.
And then my other game, Packers -3.5. As I said, I also took -3 for the first half, lost that one, but won this one, so that's good because I was pretty concerned at halftime. I was like, if the Chiefs win this, I'm gonna be pretty shook.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Packers ended up getting it done. As I said earlier, 2 errands went off. So
yeah. I actually went 1-1 this week as well. I'm 10-6 overall in the year, so I'm feeling pretty good. My win that I had was Saints minus 10.5 against the Cardinals. I thought that was, a little generous. I was expecting this game to happen with the 31-9 blowout.
Yeah.
Good to see Drew Brees back, though.
Yeah, back with vengeance.
I was honestly kind of surprised he came back, just because they have the bye week next week. Maybe give Drew another week to recover just to make sure he's good. Mm-hmm. And the Cardinals aren't that good anyways, but came out, did his thing, played really well, and easily covered. And then the loss I had was the Colts minus 5.5 against who did they play again? Broncos, yeah, that's right, sorry. I was kind of surprised that they didn't cover on this one. I think Joe Flacco came out of the game with a neck injury at one point. He's done for the year now.
Brandon Allen's going to start next week.
Oh, really?
Against Cleveland. Yeah.
Not Drew Lock.
No, I believe he's hurt too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
I think he's on IR. He can come back in a couple weeks, though.
All right. Good luck, Denver. Yeah, I'm honestly just kind of surprised they didn't cover on this one. Jacoby Brissett, though, a really nice throw on the run out of his end zone.
No, and I think that game and the Texans game were both very similar, where it was a good team playing a bad team, and they ended up getting the win because their quarterback made plays at the end, but they didn't cover. Because that play Jacoby Brissett had from his own end zone,
ridiculous.
He fired it to T.Y. Hilton.
Oh my god,
that was just beautiful,
impressive.
And that obviously ended up leading to the game-winning field goal. Yeah. Just Vinatieri won it for him. So, yeah. Those games stunk, but that's the way the NFL is, though.
Yeah.
Like, bad teams always find ways to hang around.
Right.
But for our For You losers, we actually got 2 Buckeyes for you this week. I think it's possible there's like 5 Buckeyes taken in the first round.
Oh yeah,
maybe more.
They're all climbing now.
Yeah, we got. We obviously got. I don't think Dobbins will go in the first round just because he's a running back. But we obviously got like Chase Young. We got Akuda. We got. Obviously, one of the receivers has a chance.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Depending on how they play for the rest of the year. So Ohio State could really put some guys in this year, and obviously Chase Young is the cream of the crop, though. He's the best of the best defensive player in college football, probably the best player in college football. Against number 13 Wisconsin, he had 6 tackles, 5 of those for a loss, 4 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. Just dominant. I don't. He has 13.5 sacks on the year now with 5 forced fumbles. In his whole career before this season, he had like 14 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. And in the 2 years prior to this, where he got a little bit of playing time.
He's a freak. If you don't take him number 1 overall, your team's dumb.
Yeah.
Your team's dumb.
Cincinnati, Miami,
whoever it is,
whichever
you're
of you.
If you don't take him first,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
We got the Tank Bowl later in the year.
You can get Trevor next year.
Yeah. Take Trevor
get Chase now.
Chase Young is different.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa went to the same school last year and was a top 2 pick and is tearing up the league. And I still think Chase Young might be better. That's the crazy part.
I think he's better than him and Joey.
And that's the crazy part is that Ohio State just keeps doing this with these rushers. And as good as both the Bosas are, Chase Young is the most physical freak of the 3. The Bosas obviously are strong as hell, great athletes, but Chase Young is he's massive. And Wisconsin was trying to block him with tight ends. I don't even know what they were doing.
They were asking for that to happen.
They really were.
Yeah. But moving on to my guy, we're switching over to the offensive side of the ball. I picked J.K. Dobbins, who had another crazy game. 20 carries for 163, 2 touchdowns, and then added 3 receptions for 58 yards. There was just no answer for this kid. He's just strong, fast. He can cut, he can catch, he can block. There's really nothing this kid can't do. And the fact that he gutted this Wisconsin defense for as many yards as he did is just so impressive.
Yeah, Wisconsin they were just trying to tackle him, and he was just kind of throwing them. Just stiff arming them, and
stiff arms, jukes, arm tackles,
just not even losing speed.
Yeah,
crazy. He had a great game, and I can't. Ohio State obviously a little biased. We're both sitting on the campus right now.
For sure.
But
for sure.
I think they're the best team in the country.
I do too.
LSU, I understand why they're ranked number 1 currently, and obviously Bama's Bama, but I think Ohio State is the best team in the country.
Oh, yeah. We have what? I think LSU and Alabama play each other in 2 weeks. They both have a bye week this upcoming week, so they have 2 weeks to get ready for each other. So,
that would be fantastic.
Obviously, the winner of that will be number 1, and then I would assume we'll be number 2 because we have a bye week as well next week.
Yep.
So, I don't know, dude. I think it's Ohio State and LSU right now at the top, and everybody else kind of straggling around.
Yeah, and then Ohio State plays Penn State.
Yeah,
the week after that.
Yeah, yep.
So
bye week Maryland, Penn State, I think.
Dang. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're halfway through the year, so for the NFL, which means college football is really starting to heat up. We only got what 4 weeks left in the regular season.
4, yeah, because 8 now, yeah.
Yeah. So college football is getting there. I mean, low key, give Chase Young the Heisman too. I
think he's third in the race now after last week.
Yeah.
Behind, I think, Joe and Jalen Hurts. So
yeah.
He passed Tua.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah. But all right, guys, that is going to be our show. Halfway through the year, we're going to have another half of the year of videos and stuff. I'm excited. Yep. It's a great time. We'll see who has the better record at the end of the year. We are somehow perfectly tied halfway through. As I said,
that's weird.
That's just kind of crazy. We'll see if I can make a comeback with my betting picks. Other than that, guys, be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.
See you.